Welcome, Cancer and Cancer Cross Watchers, to your reading for today. So we already have a couple of cards out. Unfortunately, the reading wasn't started, or like the camera wasn't started, so there are a couple of cards out already. We have the Two of Wands and Judgment here. And so before the camera realized it wasn't working, the cards were talking about how there's a situation here where it feels like there is it feels like the last of a loss, right? So it's like you may have been mourning the loss of something or dealing with the loss of something, and I feel like there is this huge whoosh or this huge release that's coming. And I don't know if you want to hear this or you don't. It feels like it's going to be like more than you realize. You know what I mean? It's almost like whatever you're feeling now is not that you're going to be like, oh, that was so easy, but it feels like it was a painful transition, but it was so necessary. Not necessary that you would suffer, of course, right? But more like it's almost this energy of the future you is going to look back at this situation and be like, if I had to go through that loss to get what I've got now, I feel like not like you want to do it again, but you would, to have what's coming for you, if that makes sense. So, just picked up the deck upside down. Let's oops. Yeah, okay. So the King of Cups usually talks about someone that is very emotionally mature, someone that feels, it's not that they don't feel things, but they have a really good command over their emotions and their emotional state, or at least exposing that emotional state to people. And it feels like there was someone, this might be specific, okay? It feels like somebody said something to you that was, for them, it's almost like it was a long time coming. And I feel like you're looking at it like almost knowing, like you may have been getting little hints that it was coming, but when it actually came, it's almost like it was so unbelievable that it could even happen. Excuse me, that when it did, it feels like it kind of shook your world. It's almost like in order for whatever happened in the past, in order for it to happen, not only did the dynamic between you and somebody have to change, but it's like you had to admit that it had changed to a degree that you never thought it would. If that makes sense? So there's definitely this like forlorn energy that you're in. And part of me wants to say that you feel kind of shut out from the world. And I feel like there is that forlorn energy. But the other part of me is feeling like you're actually kind of glad that you're not involved in something. It feels like you are. I mean, listen, it's clear that you are going through something that feels like a loss. It also seems, may not be for all of you, but for what I'm seeing, you're almost kind of grateful that you're not participating in something because of the loss, right? And it doesn't need to be related to the loss. It's like people are outside and they're, doing something. Maybe there's an event or something or a barbecue, but you kind of didn't really want to go to the barbecue anyway. So it's like it's a valid excuse, but it is at least helpful in this aspect that you have a valid reason for being able to isolate yourself. So this is just me talking, so take it with a grain of salt. Cancer, of course, I can understand wanting to isolate yourself when you're having a tough time. It's important to be really careful with isolating yourself like that because, even the strongest person can get really down if they aren't getting what they need. So if what you need to be is alone, then great. But it's important that you know what you need and that you don't fall too far into the grieving process that you get stuck there. So, what is supporting Cancer right now? Hold on. Actually, what's coming up for Cancer? I almost swore. So we have the Devil. Okay. I'm not going to say you might not want to hear this again in this read, or at least I'll try not to, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of things that you're not going to want to hear, so fair warning. I feel like there is somebody here, it feels like it's a new person. I mean, you know, this is a general read, so it could be someone from the past, but it feels more like this is a new person and they are still tied to somebody else. It may not be that they're actually in a relationship with that person, but they can't get them out of their head. And I feel like it's like this is the person that needs to feel like they're saving somebody all the time. And they see you suffering and they want to come in and they want to be the hero. It almost feels like they want to come in and save you before you can save yourself. I'm so sorry. I haven't had a coffee yet this morning. Please just, I'm going to drink a coffee. Anyway, and this person feels like it's a shame because I feel like they actually, if you kind of remove, you know, some people when they're being toxic, they do it and they kind of take this like sick pleasure in doing it. I'm not getting that with this person. I feel like it's somebody that's trying to fill a hole. And it's like, and in order to fill that hole, it's like they're looking for things that can fill that hole, but it's like, but they want to fill that hole by fixing other people. You know what I mean? It's the kind of person that they kind of want to get people in their circle and be the one that fixes everything, but it's like, but then it could be one of two ways. It feels like either they are somebody that kind of just goes from one person to the next, to the next, to the next, right? It's like they need that newness. You know how when a relationship you've been in a relationship with someone for a while and that kind of newness, the excitement when you see them, now of course you still have that, right? But it's not the same once you've been in a relationship with someone for a while. There's a different comfort level, right? It moves from newness to comfort. And I feel like this person, it's like as soon as they get comfortable, they get squirrely. And it feels like, I mean, because let me tell you something, you know, okay. I feel like I'm getting a little bit like I'm preaching to you and that's not my intention. So I'm going to pull that back a bit. It feels like this person would be an incredible ride for a time. It feels like they would be somebody that would be that like all-consuming sort of love, and I feel like this person would slowly pull away from you until they moved on to the next thing. And it kind of feels like the end of that relationship, you'd be looking at it like, well, how could they have ever loved me at all? So, it feels like this person is tied to, I want to say someone. Let me make it clear though. It doesn't feel like it's, you know, their last relationship or something, right? It feels like they're trying to heal some like generational trauma, not realizing that's what they're trying to do. So it's like they're constantly, it's almost like, let's say for example, this person had someone in their life when they were young. Maybe they were trying to protect a parent or a sibling, and they couldn't. And so it's like, and so they're constantly looking for someone that they have to protect, that they have to care for, so they can feel like they are somehow kind of applying a salve to that wound. Excuse me, not realizing that it's not doing what they think it's doing. So it's like they're using people and relationships as a cure rather than wanting to be with somebody because they really enjoy that person and they want to get to know them better. They want to maybe build something with them, right? So can I get one more for this devil person? Oh my gosh. Okay. There's like 4 cards on the ground. One sec, guys. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to move this over because there's a whole bunch of cards here now. So we have the Two of Cups reversed, which makes sense. Queen of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Page of Cups. I'm just going to move some of these crystals a little so we have more space. I'm going to be honest with you. The Page of Cups usually talks about like a loving message or someone who's kind of like sweet but maybe a little immature, idealistic. In this deck, for me, it always talks about they're in love with someone else. They're focused on somebody else. And it's like, what is... I feel like this person is trying to live up to some sort of ideal that it's like, it's not them. Right? It's like they're trying to, I don't know if you heard my phone just, sorry, I'll put it on silent if it keeps going. I feel like it's like their parent wanted one thing for it. This is just to describe the energy. Their parent wanted this life for them, but they actually want this life, right? So it's like they're always trying to kind of present this something, like they're trying to appeal to that person. I feel like that person, it's almost like they give the impression that this person here, this devil person, is constantly disappointing them. And I feel like then they get really cold, like that parent figure or whatever, whoever that person is. They get really cold toward this devil person. And it's like, and then it pushes them into that lifestyle that they actually want, but they feel bad for wanting. And it causes this like circle back and forth, right? So it's almost like this person is looking for that like can't live without each other love. And what's unfortunate is I'm not so sure that's even what that person really wants. Right now, anyway. It's the energy of somebody that like, you have to be married by this time, by this age, you have to have kids by this age, you have to, and like that might not be at least what they're looking for right now. So, I'm going to put that up there. Can we get a little more on this King of Cups reversed? Apparently, like, butterfingers. We have the Hierophant with Justice. So the Hierophant usually talks about, like, structure, like government, religion, those sorts of things that have defined lines. Oh, damn it. I don't know who this King of Cups person was or what it represents for you. It feels like this person was looking for someone to follow and they found it. They found that person that they wanted to follow. I feel like they wanted someone that would let them be kind of ridiculous, a little bit outlandish. It's like they wanted someone that was going to be the kind of partner that would be stable enough to allow them to be erratic, unbalanced. It's almost like this person found somebody balanced. May not be the actual situation, but it's like they find somebody that's really balanced, and then they all of a sudden turn into this, like, who is this person, right? It's like they get really like outlandish and impulsive. I can see them, this might be specific, but it's like they're full on having like a yelling argument in the middle of a restaurant or bar, right? And it's like this person, it seems to come way out of left field, and I feel like whatever it was enough to push you away from them. But I feel like this person started to do that because it's like they all of a sudden felt like they were safe, that they had this like safe base. And then it's like, and then the teenager in them came out, or like the child in them came out that was, but they're in a fully grown body. It's that type of a thing. Ugh. I feel like, I'm going to be honest with you, whoever this person is that's provided this King of Cups reversed a base, I'm not so sure that they're as altruistic or as stable as they would like to present. I feel like this, whoever this justice person is, they seem to be somebody that they will do everything in their power to make sure that they are presenting this to the world. This, you can't see that, this version of themselves to the world. But there's a lot more to them. And I feel like this person may be, it's almost like, the cards were saying that this King of Cups reversed was acting erratic because this one provides them the base, which they do. However, I actually feel that this justice person may be purposefully causing issues, causing this King of Cups reversed to look at situations through a very skewed lens, because this one loves drama. But they don't want to be the cause of drama. They want to come in and be like, no, everything's fine. We're all going to calm down. They want to seem like they're the one that's bringing this King of Cups reversed down to earth, but they're the one that shot them into outer space in the first place. Or at least they gave them the rocket. They lit the match. They did something. And I feel like it is kind of consistent. And it's almost like, even if these two, went home at the end of the day and they're, let's say they live together and they're lying in bed, it's like this justice card would use this opportunity to kind of get inside the head of this King of Cups reversed. Like in a really effed up way. So, can we get some advice? Wheel of Fortune. And one more. Okay. We have the Ten of Swords at the bottom with the World, the Page of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. So, I know my desk is a mess now, but just is what it is. Cancer, I feel like there is... I'm not going to pee on your leg and tell you it's raining, okay? It doesn't... The tough time that you're going through, it's not... It's on its way out the door. You're past a certain point now, but it's not over. There are going to be some more trials and tribulations, and it doesn't feel like... It's like if you were kind of... Let's say there's oh, you can't see my hands. Look, if your journey that you're on right now was kind of on a decline, I feel like you have hit the bottom and you're kind of on the way back up, but it's going to be like a jagged edge that you're going up. It doesn't feel like it's going to be all smooth sailing from here. And I feel like there are going to be times, this is going to sound super cliche, in those times where you're like, what the F did I just fight through all of that for to be in the space that I'm in now? And I feel like the message here is it's like, and it's not a message to do this. What I'm seeing is this is what you end up doing is it's like, well, what did I fight through for to get just to be where I am? And I feel like, and then you turn around and you're like, oh yeah, that's why. And you turn around and you keep going. And it's almost like in those moments you feel this renewal of like, yep, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm not going to lie to you. You will be so incredibly proud of yourself. It feels like the freedom that you feel, you'll be living in a space where you're free from worrying about other people, their opinions, their this, their that, their da-da-da-da-da-da. But it is like you're going to be fighting through some darkness to get there. But from what I'm seeing, when you get there, and even as you get there are going to be people that are hightailing it out of your life. And it may have in the past been hurtful to you. And I feel like the place that you'll be in, it's inconsequential. And it's not that you're in that space where you're like, oh, I don't care, but you actually do. It doesn't bother you. So I think I'll leave it there, Cancer. If this reading resonated, I hope it was helpful. If you like what I do, please like, comment, subscribe. It does help the channel. Please keep an eye out for the singles reads next week, and we'll see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.